Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Claims of Truth Healing Circle. I'm sure you all know, my name is Bonnie Sachs, and we're here to have some fun tonight. I have been putting out the request for more than a week. Let's have fun, let's have fun, let's have fun, let's have fun. So let's have some fun. Whew. Casting a circle of light, specifying that only Source Creator God, my healing team, and support teams as needed be present for tonight's Claims of Truth Healing Circle, where we are going to be looking at a claim of truth that comes from the book of Loving Creation. This book, Loving Creation, is actually the second of, I think it's now 11 books total that Paul Selig has channeled. This one was like 2010. Holy cow. And so I'm so excited. Cindy, that is awesome. That is one of your favorites. I'm so excited for this claim of truth. The full paragraph is, we gift you with this precious one in all of your love and beauty. We are with you now in energy. We are with you now in creation. We remind you now that you are never, never, never without love. So we are going to be working with that. We remind you now that you are never, never, never without love. Page 392, literally the last page of the book. You can watch all the love coming in for us. So we're going to be working with this claim of truth. We're also going to be taking a look at the places where we worry that we aren't going to reach the level that we have been seeking. We go in and out of our knowing, our oneness with Source. We're going to be looking at all of that. So may it be with the blessing, blessing, blessing of Source. As you probably know, there are lots of blessings that are coming in as we say that. As you say it, as I say it, blessings, blessings, blessings. It is just gold and silver sparks. So may it be with a blessing of Source that we remember our truth. We remember that we are always loved, and may we know that we are always one with each other, with the cosmos, with Source. Whew. With that, we say Amen and Aho. So how is everybody doing tonight? We did not have a moon this weekend. We had Mother's Day, which is just a holiday. It wasn't a power day. There's not a lot of like crazy energies, but how is everybody doing? Because some of us are like, if you're like me, you're like, I'm just one step away from So how is everybody doing? Do you all have any requests? How was your Mother's Day, if that is something that you celebrated? How are you doing? Now's your chance. Put it in the chat. Okay. Watching downloads come in. Lots of downloads of love and trust and inspiration, illumination, transformation. Of course, that violet flame is always available for you, if there are things that you want to surrender, if you're like, okay, I've definitely had more than enough of this, I'm just going to surrender it, turn it over, don't need it anymore, you can always put things into the violet flame. Love that that is always available. All right. Mother's Day was quiet. Your daughter was sick, so you didn't get together. Didn't sleep, your brain wouldn't stop. Yeah, I understand that one. The brain ongoing. Just want to keep continuing the chatter. So lots of beings behaving badly and lots of transformation happening. So we are definitely, as always, reassigning beings, clearing karma and agreements, and that is ongoing. We're also doing the same things that we do during class. If you have chakras that need to be replaced, that is happening as well. It's one of the cool things about coming to the healing circle. It's just another opportunity to get more healings, to trust that there are more healings happening. I have no idea why I am so crooked. Okay, there you go. So, let's go. We're working on that for you, Cindy. Wow, look at me. I'm all kinds of, Okay. Okay, now I'm set, I think. All right, let's see. Joanna, you want to know more about your Kundalini? Kundalini is one of your channels. It is a healing energy. Care talks a lot about Kundalini in the Tantric Codes class. It's really, really cool. I love that I have more access to my Kundalini and the healing that is involved in it. It's quite lovely. We can talk about that as it shows up. Reading A Course in Miracles. That's beautiful. There's a whole bunch of people who have done the Course in Miracles. And of course, Joanna, you're being in mastery, so yay! The urge to study and learn more and more and more. I think that's beautiful. Okay, so as I'm reading about these and we're doing healings for you all, there are lots of frequencies coming in, lots of those rose pink quartz, lots of love, lots of rapture, other ones that are not necessarily rose pink quartz like benediction, devotion that is rose pink quartz, all coming in to help us transform more of the fear, more of the pain, holy cow. I was looking at a lot of that in the container, and that unworthiness is some of the big ones that are being worked on. Jill, I love that you share that, that you have that sense of connection to everything and everyone, because that's really what it's all about, right? There's a lot of transformation going on. And when we start to see those connections, like, it's just fascinating and so interesting to see, like, the depth that love is. And that's why I was so excited that we were doing this claim of truth, that we are never, never, never without love, because it is so, so true. We are never, ever, ever without love. from the moment we're born to the moment we pass away. And wow, that's really freaky that I've actually experienced those within 6 weeks of each other. Go figure that. So yeah, very cool. Thank you for sharing that, Jill. Joanna, we're definitely giving you some support on your high blood pressure and your asthma. That is all fear. Fear, 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 fear creates so much of that. And so we're definitely working on that. One of the best ways to transform fear is to love more. Love yourself. Trust your higher self, trust your finances, trust that it always is going to work out exactly as it is designed to. It's so freaking cool when we do that. Amanda, I'm glad you had a great weekend with your friends and family. And Amanda is in the energetic architecture class that I TA for, so I do know that you had a friend that was in the hospital. Wow. Throats for everybody. What I'd love for you to do is to pull a power line. You put your middle finger over your pointer finger, and you just trust that you are pulling a power line. Power lines have information in them. And you pull the power line, it's so freaking cool. You pull the power line, and then when you put it in, it's like all the information is in there, and it just goes right in there. And then you release the power line, and the power line goes back and refills, but it's filled with healing alchemy. And you can do that at any time. You do not need to be sitting in a class or sitting in the healing circle with me for you to pull a power line. And you literally just do this. It's like a mudra. And you pull a line. And you can say, I would like to have more love. I would like to have more clarity. I would like to have more healing alchemy. Wow, I have this really wicked pain in the back of my neck, and you can just put more information right back there. Now, when you do that, if you do that and you're having a moment of, yeah, I don't think that's doing shit, pull some information to help with that atheist energy. Have the second one go right there where the first one was, because there's a big layer of atheist energy that is sitting over there. That's why your higher self is giving you that message. How freaking cool is that, right? Look at how you can help yourself. And you can also pull power lines for other people. You have a friend who has a headache. You can show them how to pull power lines. It is not like you have to have a certain level of expertise to be able to pull a line. You can just do it. How cool is that? Worth the price of admission. Okay. Amanda, we're working on that big toe. When we stub our toe, scratch our arm, get a bruise or something like that, that's a great way of your higher self going, yo, have you looked at this lately? So you can always look at that and ask what there is to see, what you need to move, or trust that somebody else is helping you with it, just in case you do not have that frequency. So, all right. The one thing we are going to definitely heal tonight. All of you can put in the chat if you have any information on it, anything you want to say about it. But we're going to look at that place where we have worry, fear, anger, unworthiness, that we are not going to reach the level that you seek. Now, I don't mean reaching it tonight. I mean you reaching it in your lifetime. That part where you're like, Oh no, I am so far behind. I am too old. I am not old enough. I am whatever those other statements that you like to say, you find yourself saying that indicates that you're concerned that you're not going to reach the level that you seek. Now, that might be, you might be like, I really want to be enlightened in this lifetime. It might be, I really want to, be able to achieve this amount of money or have this sort of business or be in this kind of relationship. All of those count. Whatever it is that you are saying, I don't think I'm going to reach that at this lifetime. If you want to put it in the chat, feel free. Otherwise, just trust that we are working on that in particular. And that actually, there's a lot of that comes from the book of Loving Creation, where it's like all the concerns that we have that we're not going to get where we believe we are meant to go. The truth is, we absolutely get exactly where we are meant to go, and we can just keep trusting that. So, before we start playing with all of this, you can point to the place where you are holding the most amount of doubt, fear, anger, unworthiness that you are not going to achieve the level that you seek. Mine is in my third eye. Joanna's in her heart. Excellent. Amanda in your belly button. That's also, we call that the Dantian. There's a power center there, so that is perfect. Jill in your sternum. There's a lot of sternums in the container. There are people that are here that in the physical, there are people that are here that are just sending their higher selves, and there are a lot of sternums. Cindy in your stomach. Yep. Yep. Tom's is in his stomach. Excellent. Yeah. See, it's not really a surprise that we end up with things like ulcers and migraines and heart issues, right? Because we have these low frequencies that sit in these body parts that are constantly misinforming the body, right? The body is taking direction from the low frequencies until you can raise the frequency of your body enough that there is enough light in the body for that to be where the body gets information from. So it's not a surprise that we have a lot of diseases and conditions, in all over the world, but in this country in particular, because of these low frequencies. So, all right. You can put out your hand, ask for a geometric. You may have a cube, an orb. You might have all sorts of things. You could have a star tetrahedron. You can have a dodecahedron. You can have a septahedron. I have a dodecahedron, and we're going to put that in the place where you have just said that you have that fear, that worry, that you aren't going to reach the level to attain. Cindy, way to go. Blue-green pyramid. Somebody has what looks like bubbles. Oh, those are coming in. Okay. Bubbles coming in for everybody. Dear Lord. Icosahedron. Woohoo! So there are bubbles. It is literally like my team is sitting there blowing bubbles, like the kind you blow. It's just the best way I can describe them, because they look very much like that, and they have that shiny part to them. The little, like where it was connected. They are all different colors. They are crystalline. You can gather them up. If you don't gather them up, they are coming in and they're like popping, like how regular bubbles pop, but they are popping and going into your body. So you're welcome to gather them if there's some place in particular that you want to put them. Otherwise, you can just trust that they are going exactly where they need to go. I know, it's kind of crazy. Makes me laugh. But that is a sign that we are going to have fun. Thank you. Now it's just bubbles, bubbles, bubbles everywhere. Pink bubbles and turquoise bubbles and aquamarine bubbles, wonder bubbles, innocence bubbles. All frequencies that are helping us transform the stuff that doesn't serve us. Okay. How many of you have read the Book of Love and Creation? Any part of it? Because I think I have to confess, I don't know if I've actually ever finished the book. I think I get to a part and then I stop, and then I probably read it again and get to the part and stop. So has anybody read, I'm pretty sure Cindy has probably read the whole book through. And Cindy, if you've read it more than once, feel free to claim that as well, because I think that's totally awesome. The Book of Love and Creation is Care's favorite book, and when she used to talk about it, I'd be like, oh my God, I think it's the hardest book in the world to read, and she's like, are you nuts? So it always makes me laugh. I've probably done more claims of truth out of the Book of Love and Creation doing this healing circle than any of the other books. I have read The Kingdom from cover to cover because, of course, I have done a podcast with my dear friend Joan, and so I have read that book. I am sure I have read that book. And I'm sure I have read I Am the Word all the way through, and I'm sure I've read Knowing Your Worth. All the other ones are up for grabs. And I'm like, okay, so why am I saying this? Because you do not have to have read these books from cover to cover to be able to use them. If you have any of the books, you can literally pick up the book and just open it up to a page and start reading whatever's on the page, and trust that the information that is there on that page, whether you actually read it or whether you're just holding it up to your body, trust that that is exactly what you needed at that time. There's a lot of ways to use these books, and it does not have to be a traditional way that we use them. That's kind of the, behold, I make all things new, including the way we read books. Okay, so here we go. I'm on page 391, the page before. It says, we are grateful to you each for your endeavors. We are blessed to be a participant on the road ahead. We will greet you at the stations you stop at, and we will see you, we promise, in the light. We are in the sea of love, and you are joined with us in your intention to be here. In the sea of love. So all of us are going to get on board. We're going into the sea of love. You're just going to play tonight and just trust that how it shows up, you're going to be like a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old. Actually, I know an almost 6-year-old who's really great at playing these games. And so we are going to board the boat, the SS High Frequency. The SS High Frequency, we're going to board that boat. And as you climb aboard, you are releasing low frequencies into the sea of love. And you are transforming more of those low frequencies as you step onto the SS High Frequency. Now, if you'd like to really play along, feel free to take a look at what the boat looks like to you. Everybody's going to see it a little bit differently. Not that we're not all on the exact same boat, but that your higher self is going to give you the information as it works for you, as you can relate to it. And you are going to see the part of the boat that is most important for you to see. So when I first started taking a look at it, it was a very blue boat. It was filled with that frequency of wonder, that is that cerulean blue. And then as I started talking about it, I was like in my head, because I am definitely talking and having conversations in my head at the same time. It's starting to turn a little red, and I'm starting to see the red through it. And that is more of that freedom frequency. Now, does that mean it wasn't blue or it isn't blue? It just means it's constantly transforming. Amanda, Chinese fishing boat with red box sails. There you go. More of that red frequency, right? That freedom frequency. That is that reminder that you are free, you are free, you are free. You always have been. You are just remembering it now. So all of us are getting on board. To all of you who have joined me since the last time I said hello, 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 hello. It is great to see all of you here. I'm so excited to have you all here tonight. We are doing the claim of truth from the book of Loving Creation, and it is we remind you now that you are never, never, never without love. And we are about to go. We are actually stepping onto a boat because we are going to go on an adventure. Cindy, blue with purple sails. Yes, I love that. Absolutely love that. And as I said, your boat looks exactly what works best for your higher self. Your higher self is like, oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. Does that mean that they can't all exist at the same time? Absolutely not, because we always get everything that we need. So I have a little bit of a power boat going on. And the power boat is not, I'm very aware, it's not necessarily our definition of a power boat, but it's a power boat in terms of power, raw power. It is available for all of us. So you are welcome to gather power as you step on. If you are somebody who's like, I want to be down below, you can go down below. If you want to be on the front of the boat, if you want to be on the back of the boat, everywhere is a healing opportunity. And you may have different healing opportunities going on, so you might want to take a walk around. Amanda says, Tom's boat is a white cruise ship, sitting on a chair on a private deck of a room. There you go, looking out on the blue ocean. I like that. I really do. And you may notice that that blue ocean changes colors, different kinds of blues on there. So very cool. Tom, I love it. You're like, I am sitting on my deck. Love that. It's one of the things I love about being on a cruise. Jinju, you're actually at the beach. How freaking cool is that? Um, Jinju has a boat that's blue schooner with baskets of pearls. I love that. Baskets of pearls. And you can certainly put those pearls in your body as a gift. If you have awareness of something on your boat, you can certainly gather it. Some of you, if you take a look, I was just watching like fish, I swear, fish jumping like out of the water onto the deck. These are crystalline fish, so it's not the same kind of fish, but you can gather those fish up and put them in as gifts. They are certainly gifts available for you, so that's a beautiful thing. You may have an awareness of some of the like tables have like fruit and food sitting out and flowers, and there's all these different kinds of gifts that are out. You can just gather, gather, gather. It's really fun. And the more you're willing to just be like, okay, I'll take a healing on the atheist energy and I'm just going to step in to this full out, the more fun you'll have. It's really about joy. So awesome. Cindy, gentle waves and a beautiful sunset. I was looking at that sunset. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. That's a reconciliation frequency coming in. That sunset, those sunset colors. Amanda, they jumped up on the deck and walked away from you. Amanda, you don't have to put up with that. You can pick up the fish. They walked. The point is that they walked, right? Yeah. I just found a pair of gloves. First I thought they were fishing gloves, and then I saw they were opera gloves, and then I was having a moment of what are opera gloves doing on a boat? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, no rules. So I am putting those opera gloves on as a gift. See, you just never know what's going to show up. So as you are walking around the boat, you may want to take a moment to look up into the sky. I actually thought we were going to be on the beach, but apparently we are currently on the SS high frequency. Take a look up in the sky, because there are stars everywhere, and those constellations that you might be aware of are actually designs in the sky. There are the constellations are actually gifts for you as well. You may have an awareness of the crescent moons, because it's not just one. Those are gifts for you. Oh. You may see full moons. Let me know what you see. I just want to scoop up a whole bunch of the stars and put them in my head. Look at that. Tom was seeing the star-filled night before I started talking about it. Did you read ahead, Tom? Isn't that cool? It's so freaking cool. Take a look at the constellations. Cindy, I love that. Swinging on the stars. Yes, you are not bound to the boat. You are certainly welcome to jump into the water, into the sea of love, and you are welcome to swing on the stars. That is an awesome, awesome idea. I love that. Jan, see a shooting star. Yep, there are shooting stars up there as well. And you can reach out and grab that shooting star and you can put that in as a gift. All of this is available to you and it's available to everybody else as well. It's actually always there. Isn't that trippy? Like a reminder to all of us that the claim that we're talking about tonight is that you are never, never, never without love. That means that all of this is always available to you. It's just we get busy in our lives. We get busy with the things that are going on, and we forget that all of this magic is available to us all of the time. We kind of get caught up in the stuff that's going on, and we start believing the low frequencies and all of that. But we are never, never, never without love, which means this is always available. I just think it's so freaking cool. Amanda, see Pegasus galloping across the sky with a tail of rainbow-colored stars. How cool is that? So Pegasus is actually showering us with rainbow-colored stars. They're just like falling down like crazy. All sorts of gifts. So beautiful. There are 3 unicorns kind of galloping across the sky, hopping across the sky, flying through the sky. I don't know what they're doing. But those are 3 magical unicorns, and they are gifting each of you with your third eye. They're giving you a gift. There are some really magical beings available. Cindy, I love that the star dropped you down to dip your toes in the sea. Cindy, you can ask that star for their name. You may get a name that like makes perfect sense. You also might get something like XJ652. And you're like, XJ652, I must be making that up. But you're not. So there are some stars that are set up like stairs, like you can skip through the sky, hitting the stars. And as you jump from star to star, there are gifts and they're changing colors. If that is something that you are like, yes, I want to do that, let me do that. You can certainly do that. Gathering gifts all along the way. Okay, Kate and Janelyn and Joanna, let me know what you're seeing. What do you have an awareness of? Hey Rona, it's good to see you. We are on the SS high frequency It is a boat or a ship or a yacht, depending on what your higher self is showing you. And we are in the sea of love. Ah, Joanna, I am so glad I asked you what you were up to, sitting in a hot tub reaching for the stars. Yes, I think it's so cool. So excited. It's so much fun. Gentle, and I'm basically on the love boat, but it's all iridescent rainbow colors. It is. It is like the love boat. That is so cool. Definitely, you can reach out and scoop up the water. You can jump in the water if there's anybody who wants to go for a swim underneath the stars. There are some there are some dolphins. I am laughing because my dear friend Joan is one of those dolphins. She's like, yes, I get to swim around with dolphins, be a dolphin. So, holy cow. She cracks me up. Yeah, such a cool thing. There are lots of high frequency beings in the water that are there gifting you as well. I'm like sitting here watching mermaids and mermen and all sorts of like sea turtles, all sorts of things, just like playing and having fun and gifting, gifting, gifting. Amanda, the dolphins are talking loudly. Yeah. Yeah. There are some of those beings that are on my healing team that are swimming around in the water, and they're having a blast, and they're like, it's like what, like they're like splashing water and like throwing things back and forth because it is such a high frequency. It's like, I don't know, is there a beach ball? Oh, there is that beach ball. Okay, got beach ball going, having all sorts of fun. A crystalline octopus, absolutely. Crystalline octopus, lots of worthiness, worthiness, worthiness. You can go up to them, you can talk to them, you can ask them for a gift. See, it's really fun stuff, man. Really fun stuff. I do want a gift from the octopus. If you go up to the octopus, ask for a gift from each one of his tentacles. Put them in my third eye, in my temporal lobes, in my brainstem, in my throat. Do I have to count them? No, I don't. Pituitary, my pineal gland, my sternum. Yes. I love that. See, you guys are awesome at accessing your information. You are not making any of this up. You are actually doing each and every one of these things. Cindy, you do have a sea creature holding you up as you float. You're being gifted as you float around, as well as just being able to float in the sea. And some of you are just like, I am just hanging out, gathering, 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 trusting my higher self is on this. You are gathering stars from the sky and moons and gifting yourself with the high frequencies that are in the sea of love. It's beautiful. So one of the things that's also being done as you all are doing this is there's some transformation happening with those. You all are showing me these pictures of like stormy seas and really bad weather, and you have to be careful, and there was this time, all of those things. So those pictures, frames, all of those ideas are being transformed as you continue to play here. Amanda, you are going for it. Love, awareness, hope, peace, abundance, calm, friendship. So that love and clarity, hope, peace, abundance, those are all really high frequencies. It is totally awesome. I think it's just fabulous that we just keep reminding ourselves that we can gather, gather, gather all the time. It's absolutely beautiful. So there's sea anemones, anemone, I think sea anemones, and I'm looking at these like lily pads that are showing up. You can gather those as well. That is beautiful. You can put them everywhere, and like Amanda is saying, her thyroid, her third eye, her pituitary, her sternum, her knees, hands, just gather, 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 gather. And we're putting more of that out into the field as well, gathering up the stars and putting them out into the field for others to gather as well. You are welcome to take some of those gifts that you are experiencing and gift them to others. You may want to gift them to somebody you know. You might want to gift them to somebody you don't know. You also can, of course, whisper your wishes to the stars, things that you want to create in the future. Tell them right here. This is the power place to put all that information out. And you don't have to worry about, like, am I doing it right? Is it going to really happen? You are speaking it out into the sea of love, and you can watch things transform. I love that. You're seeing that pinky orange anemone. Yeah, anemone. For God's sakes, with a laughing face, yes. They're laughing at me. Here is a place where you can release more of your fears. Do you have to know what they are? Absolutely not. Some of them probably don't even make any sense if you were trying to reason them out, but you're just like, okay, here. So I can feel that I have a lot of fear right there in my throat, and so I'm just going to pull it out and drop it into the water. Where, of course, what happens is it gets transformed. Fear can't stand where there is love. It's always the case. It's always the truth. You do not need to be in the sea of love for you to know that. Mm-hmm. 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 That's beautiful, Joanna. A loving family, a career to help others heal and find their truth. To remind them that it's right there in them, and that's always where it has been. Now, some of you may have an awareness of the alchemy that is also in the water. When I was asking to see a little closer, I was seeing the alchemy, the geometrics and the algorithms that are in the water. It's like another level of looking at the water. Amanda has a little seagull in her right hand. Yeah, there are birds there too. Sorry, didn't mean to ignore you guys. I have 2 ducks that have taken to visiting me in my backyard. I've now called them Fred and Ethel. And I'm gifting Fred and Ethel more love. Right? Fred and Ethel. I think I probably named them Fred and Ethel last year too. Probably the same ducks. Yep. And there are doves there. You can see the doves ask for more gifts. And please feel free to gift others. I'm sure most of you know I have a grandson now, so I am gifting him. Gifting my daughter and my daughter-in-law. I have a little, I keep seeing this little toy boat, like one that Ben would put in the bathtub with him. And so I'm like, yeah, you can have that here. Here's a little gift. So you can absolutely do that. And if you have an awareness, it's like, oh my God, there's something that I know my friend would love. Feel free. Gift, gift, gift. There is so much here. Amanda says her gift from the dove looks like poop. And she's putting it in her third eye. Looks a lot like innocence frequency to me. Beautiful. Okay. So, if you'd like, you can once again direct your attention up into the sky. There is what looks like a laser light show going on. So there are power lines that are creating all sorts of designs in the sky. I don't know, have a better word for it at the moment other than a laser light show, but they're creating all sorts of designs in the sky, and then those designs are coming down and gifting each and every one of us. They're all different colors, they're all different frequencies. It's just amazing. Laser light show. My higher self is showing me kind of like when I was at Disney eons ago, and they did a laser light show up into the night sky, and there's all different characters and stuff like that, and so it's like that. How cool is that? As we continue on the SS high frequency, a ship that looks whatever your higher self is showing you, and we are in the sea of love, there's just so many gifts. You are worthy, you are worthy, you are worthy. We remind you now that you are never, never, never without love. Never, ever, ever. Never, ever, ever. How about that? Never, ever, ever. We gratefully attune you now to the words, I am that I am. We ask you to take a moment to receive this attunement in awareness of yourself as part of the divine plan unfolding in its perfection. Receive, please, the word through the crown center and allow it to move through your entire being in perfection. I am that I am. I am word. I am word. I am word. We call to each of you the emissaries of light. We call to each those who serve the Christ. We call to each the truth of your knowing come forth in fruition of the divine plan. We call to each the miracle of your birth and of your awakening. We bring you to the angels, the servers, the teachers who would herald your awakening. And we remind you now that you are never, never, never without love. Remember that it's Christ consciousness, it's a frequency, it's electric blue. The water looks very Christ consciousness right now, filled with Christ consciousness. We also call that the forgiveness frequency, although in truth there's nothing to forgive. It's kind of the way we can think about it. So feel free to throw anything overboard that you are finished with, that you are like, I'm done with that. I'm done with the fear of others. I'm done with the judgment. I'm done with the pain. I'm done with the doubt. All of those things. You just, whatever I'm ready to let go of, I'm letting go of so much more of it into the sea of love. Cindy, that's really beautiful. She's saying, I have wings wrapping around me gently full of light. You all are the light. You always have been, always will be. We just get really twisted around, like, in a maze, thinking that we aren't. Start believing what other people have told us. So not true. Each and every one of you is so much more than you can possibly imagine. I am so much more than I can possibly imagine. And when I take a look at what I looked like and felt like, even just a few years ago, I'm just amazed at what transformation is possible for all of us. It's not like I've done anything more than what you all are doing. My husband actually showed me a picture a couple days ago of Kat and I teaching mastery in our very first mastery class. And oh my gosh, it was the most awful picture in the world. I would never want anybody to really see that picture, but it is amazing to see the transformation that has happened in both Kat and myself. And that is true of each and every one of you. If you stop and just go, wow, I have transformed so much in the last months, years, time period, right? So there are life preservers of sorts, donuts. Those are actually called Taurus, Taurusi, I can't remember the plural of it. Taurus, the symbol Taurus looks like a donut, kind of looks like a life preserver. It is power, and there is a Taurus, for each of you, you can take a look at the colors that you may have an awareness of, and you can put that where you want. More power. There is also a lightning bolt. A crystalline lightning bolt. A crystalline lightning bolt that is available for each of you. There are, so the infinity symbol, like an 8 on its side, that is to help clear more unconsciousness. Those are available. All of these things are coming in for each of you as gifts as we start to make our way back towards the dock. Ooh, red, purple, and electric blue. Amanda, that is awesome. Freedom frequency, transformation, and Christ consciousness. That is awesome. Filled with more power, power, power. So some of these stars are singing. They're singing a song of eternal love. I don't know if any of you can have an awareness of it, but it's really quite beautiful. And it's eternal love, eternal truth. May you know yourself as you truly are, and hear those words repeating over and over again. So you can gather your last gifts. It's not truly your last gifts, because you're certainly welcome to gather gifts anytime here. Deep gratitude for all of the beings who gifted each and every one of us. As we gift, so we gift. So we are putting more of this out into the field. Okay. So we all step off the boat. Wave goodbye. A voice saying, my gift is a bowl of cherries, but I see a bowl of floating daisies. I see both, Amanda. See, we get so much more than we can imagine. Thank you for sharing that idea of, like, you know, oh, I have a gift of cherries. Oh, but I'm seeing this, so I must be wrong. I must be, you know, getting this, getting that. You're getting it all. All. Okay. Always being gifted. All right, so I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I certainly hope you had a chance to whisper your wishes to the stars, release plenty of the low frequencies out into the sea of love, and gather, gather, gather gifts. And know that we also put all of those gifts out into the field. That's absolutely what we did. I watched you all do that as well. And so I am going to seal the field unto the light of that one true source creator God, where all the magic comes from, where all the sea of love comes from, where everything comes from, and knowing that we are all one with source. I thank my healing team. I thank all the support teams. And of course, I thank each and every one of you who joined me tonight for a lot of fun of knowing that we really are always in the sea of love, that we really truly are never, never, never without love, and that it's all available to us all the time. I look forward to seeing you all on the 27th of May. That actually is the day before my 35th wedding anniversary, and I am very excited because I am going to be creating some serious magic for all of that as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And with that, I say amen and aho. Have a great evening. Have a great week. We'll see you back here in 2 weeks. And just in case you didn't know, next Monday night, Noah is live. So you will be able to register for that and ask questions and see Care Talking Live. Love you guys. Take care.